Its Robert Peston slammed Nicky Morgan for deciding to stand shoulder to shoulder with the enemy following her decision to join a cross-party alliance against Brexit. Tory Remain backing MP Nicky Morgan has joined forces with Labour's former Minister David Miliband and the former Liberal Democrat Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg. The trio wrote an article today, ahead of a joint speech tomorrow, detailing their plan to defeat the march towards Brexit. In the article, they argue that Britain was being held to ransom by Tories pushing for hard Brexit. However, in a tense interview dealing with the Alliance news anchor Peston grilled Ms Morgan on the controversial move. Peston asked, "You are standing shoulder to shoulder with the former Labour Minister David Miliband and the former Lib Dem Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg, and tomorrow you are doing a joint platform event. You all want to avoid a hard Brexit. Why are you standing shoulder to shoulder with those that your Tory colleagues would see as the enemy? Ms Morgan said that Brexit was an enormous challenge, adding, "Finding a deal which is best for the country, for the economy." Peston challenged Nicky Morgan for deciding to stand shoulder to shoulder with the enemy. The trio wrote an article ahead of a joint speech tomorrow, detailing their plan to defeat Brexit. Why are you standing shoulder and shoulder to the enemy? Robert Peston, tomorrow we are going to Tilda, because they are one of the companies that are brave enough to come forward and say that if we don't get it right, then they will have to relocate at least part of their business to the EU, which has consequences for employees. The TORYREMAINER urged the Prime Minister not to give in to those who want a hard Brexit, claiming they will walk away with no deal and make it as hard as possible. She also criticised the so-called MaxFac option, which would govern the Irish border using technology. Ms Morgan said, "This relies on future technology, not yet invented. That would be a deal in name only." Morgan had to defend her decision today to join forces with David Miliband. Its Tory Remainer urged the Prime Minister not to give in to those who want a hard Brexit. He talk about an enduring relationship with the EU, and it causes enormous problems in Ireland. In the article that appeared in Mail on Sunday, the former Education Secretary commended her fellow Conservatives for trying to set Britain on a path to a fantasy island of economic pain and diminished standing. Ms Morgan has spoken out as Ms May was forced to issue a plea to the public as she fights off mounting criticism that her warring cabinet threatens to derail Brexit. The Prime Minister dismissed bitter rows among her top ministers about how Britain should leave the European Union as simply noisy debate and technical discussions.